Fair or foul? Aaron Rodgers' time in New York has affected his legacy.
I'm going to say fair. He chose this team and anointed them on the Pat McAfee show. You know, my intention is to play. My intention is to play for the New York Jets. And you pull Cobb, you pull Lazard, you pull Devontae Adams. And yeah, there was Garrett Wilson, and you had Breece Hall, and you had Sauce Gardner and this great defense. But it was still Robert Saleh as the coach, which you failed to recognize. It was still Woody Johnson in the front office, which you failed to recognize. So yes, this is on Aaron Rodgers. This is very fair that his time in New York 1000% affected his legacy.
I will say I started to stray to the foul side just from the standpoint of I feel like the cat's out of the bag on Aaron Rodgers, you know, who he is at this point, being a little out there, all the stuff that he's into. But I still think it's fair from the stance of you got to hold him accountable for what the results are. And they were below what I think even the floor for my expectations were for this Jets season.
I don't think it's affected his legacy from a football standpoint. I think we know who he is personality wise. We know he's, you know, podcast goer, toad licker, cave dweller, but plays football on the weekends, right? So I honestly think if we're going to separate the player from the personality, he is still top of the top. With that being said, he is following almost very clearly the same path as another former Packers quarterback. He is a dick pic and a charity stealing away from 1-to-1 of Brett Favre. So I'll leave it